All right, Panther Live audio check. Les, let me know when you hear this. All right, back here on 93.7 FM. This time we got the boys' game coming up. If you were able to tune in for the girls' game, it was a nail-biter, overtime all the way to the very end. The Panthers lose in that first one by 2 in overtime to Butte Central. So we'll see if we can get them back here in the boys' game. Again, joining me on the broadcast, this is Nate Parsegian, but joining me is Andy Demjanovic. Andy, what can you tell us here as we're getting ready starting lineups right now for the boys' game, but what can you tell us about this matchup?
Well, Butte Central comes in tonight 4-0. They beat Whitefish, teams like that. They came off a win against Frenchtown, who just beat Dillon the other weekend. So talking to Coach Deming, he knows that you can't sit there and see who's beat who and who's played who. You got to focus on the team you're playing at hand. And he reminded us tonight that it's going to be a good contest and a good test for them. It's always a tough place to play here, like we talked about. And Belgrade, they're going to have to have a lot of grit every play. And Coach Deming talked about that man-to-man defense. He related that's what Butte Central likes as well. Keep the scores down to the 40s against better teams, lower 40s, and they're going to grind out, and they're going to be patient offensively. And just like in the girls' game, Belgrade's going to have to limit turnovers because they're going to have to get shots because Butte Central is going to D them up hard, and they're going to be patient on offense themselves. So you can't turn the ball over. Every possession counts in a game like this when it's a solid both teams are solid defensively. And so I think we're going to see who turns the ball over less and also whose defense is going to be more consistent throughout the game.
All right, thanks. And again, the pregame is brought to you by Ty Elliott State Farm Insurance. Don't think about retirement, plan for it. Call Ty Elliott at State Farm in Belgrade at 388-3178. Getting ready to tip things off here at the Maroon Center here in Butte, Montana. Again, we've got the boys' version of what we just concluded there, the girls' game. Again, that one went to Butte Central in overtime, 53-51, as Dawson Fowler will be taking the jump ball here for the Panthers up against number 4, Matt Simpkins. And Simpkins is going to control it for Butte Central. This is Heaphy now. Again, Butte Central here on offense, just underway, 0-0. Heaphy here looking inside. Turnover here. Easton Page grabs it, looking to go the other end here. Goes up left-handed off the glass and lays it in. Easton Page gets the Panthers' first 2 points of the night. 7:30 to go. 2-0 Belgrade.
Yeah, great job by Easton. We talked to him early in the day about just doing what you do best as a player, as a role player on your team, and what he does best is get to the rim, and he looks to attack the rim and uses great body control and athleticism, and finishes with a 2-point shot. So good job by Easton, and looked for him to do that most of the game when he gets his opportunities.
Here's inside to Richards for Central. He lays it off the glass, 2-2 early on.
That might be a little bit of a tough matchup for Austin Edwards. Richards has a little bit more height, but also kind of outweighs Austin, kind of backed him down there, just like the old Houston Rockets announcer used to say, back it in, back it in, back it in, when they had Elijah, one of those guys. So that looked for Richards to do that against our guys tonight.
Hey, that's throwing it back here as Edwards controls it up top. He has it taken away here by McCloskey. McCloskey goes up. He tries to lay it in. He's fouled by Matt Walker. It's going to send McCloskey to the free throw line. Looking at the Bozeman Ford Lincoln RV scoreboard, 6:39 to go in the first quarter. Score is 2-2. And Dan McCloskey, the 6'1 junior for Butte Central, is going to be at the free throw line to try to take the lead here, the first lead of the night for the Maroons. First free throw on the way is good. Want to thank Town & Country Foods. Save cash at Town & Country. Town & Country Foods, serving your local communities. Thank you for making this broadcast possible. As McCloskey hits the first, second one is on the way. Off the front iron, no good. Rebound, Spencer Gordon. And now Dawson Fowler looks ahead to Page. Page here in the left corner. Gets it back to Fowler. Fowler looks to drive. Pulls it back out behind the back. Gets it to Gordon now in the corner. Inside to Edwards. Edwards. Pivot move goes up. Rolls around the rim and puts it in. Panthers lead now 4-3 with 6:15 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, good job by Austin there, and that might give Richards some problems as well. Austin posts up a little bit high post or mid post, be able to create some space and maybe uses more athleticism over Richards there, and he does, and with a nice little shot over the top.
Now McCloskey drives inside, puts it up. Some contact, no foul called, misses off the front iron. Easton Page the other way. Page pulls up, and he puts it in. A nice little floater from Easton Page. Panthers lead now 6-3 with 5:44 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, so Belgrade taking care of the basketball, defended pretty well here in the opener, part of the quarter.
McCloskey now up top, working on Page. Gets it inside. This is number 34, Cade Holter. And a whistle called as an offensive...
travel.
It was a travel,
sorry. So it was good help by Belgrade there, forced the travel. The guy caught the ball, couldn't land on his feet. Great help defense there by Belgrade to cut that curl cut off the motion off the weak side.
So Page controls it up top, gets it to Edwards here on the right wing. Edwards works inside, gets it back out to Gordon. Gordon now gets it back out to Page, but it's tipped out of bounds there by Luke Heaphy. Boy, and this is how I'm pronouncing it, Heaphy. What do you think? Is that what we're going to go with tonight? Look at Andy Demjanovic is looking.
What you want.
All right, we're going to go with Luke Heaphy. That's how we're going to pronounce it, as Easton Page nearly loses the handle on it, gets it back. Now looking inside, gets it to Fowler. Fowler in the corner. Now here to Walker. High post to Edwards. Edwards double teamed. Looking for an open man. Gets it to Fowler. Fowler now gets it inside, but is taken away there by Richards with the steal. And then stolen right back by Easton Page with a nice crossover, and he has it taken right back. So a turnovers back and forth. McCloskey now gets it inside here. This is going to be a three-pointer on the way and is good from number 3. That's Luke Heaphy. 6-6 with 4:20 to go. The announcer said, did he say it like I was?
I don't know. I was going to ask you, were you listening to the announcer?
I think so. Yep, I'm getting the thumbs up from Tudor Gee. Says that's exactly what it was, Heaphy. So 6-6 with 4:07 to go here in the first quarter. Walker controls it up top here for the Panthers. Page now on the wing. Page looking to work it in. Goes up with the left hand and is going to be whistled for a traveling violation. And if this was the Houston Rockets, that certainly wouldn't have been a travel, but I guess they're going to call that here at the Mack Center tonight. So turnover there, 3:55 to go. Bozeman Ford Lincoln RV scoreboard 6-6 in the first quarter. This is Holter now. Checking into the game here. Strycich here for the Maroons. Holter loses the handle of it. Walker ties it up. We have a jump ball possession arrow in favor of the Panthers. So with 3:34 to go, it's going to be Belgrade's ball.
Yeah, with over half to go here, Nate, in the first quarter, as you can see, still in single digits for both teams, and you're going to have to play hard-nosed basketball. It's going to be every possession counts.
Fowler pulls up from 16 feet. Nothing but net. 8-6, Panthers with the lead.
Good pull-up by Dawson. Nice, smooth jumper.
Here on the other end, Streisich gets it inside now. Richards pulls up, misses, rebound. Dawson Fowler now looking to go. Fowler's pushing it down the floor. No look past Edwards. Edwards goes up with it, misses, rebound. Noel Reynolds comes up with 17-foot jump shot now on the way, misses, rebound. Austin Edwards, and he's going to pull it back out. Walker for three. Got it. Boy, big offensive possession with several offensive rebounds to keep that one alive.
Yeah, and that's what you get. You get those 50-50 balls off the boards, and you can do some damage, and Belgrade makes Butte Central pay there by the second offensive rebound that gets kicked out to Walker for the three. It also helps on the defensive end when, as long as Dawson Fowler, as he is, long, can rebound and help us run. But a three-point shot there by number 13 for Butte Central.
That was Sestrich there with the three-pointer. Now 9-11, Belgrade with the lead. 2:20 to go here, first quarter. Austin Edwards now up top to Walker, where he just hit a three-pointer. He's going to pull up again. This time it's off the front iron, rebounded by the Maroons and headed the other way. Now inside, wide open under the basket was Heapfee, and he lays it in to tie the game 11-11 with 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Walker hit that three off, the first three off the second offensive rebound, which is in rhythm of what's going on. I think Coach Deming prefer him take a better shot than that. He was a little deep on the three-point line off the first pass in the possession, and Butte Central makes him pay off the rebound, ties the ball game in transition. So remember, every possession counts. Coach is probably going to talk to him a little bit, give Matt Walker a rest, and just coach him through that, let him know that, yeah, go ahead and we got to hit open shots, but not one passing in. We got to make sure that we're consistent in our offensive end.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Stockman Bank. Montana's brand of banking. Is Dawson Fowler here on the wing for the Panthers, and to Jacob Kledzinski, who's checked into the game. Noel Reynolds now to Page. Page on the left wing. Looks to penetrate, pulls it back out. Now he's going in with the right-hand whistle. Looks like we're going to have a foul called on the floor. First team foul called against the Maroons. 1:35 to go here, first quarter. Tied up 11-all. Page controls it, gets it to Fowler now. Fowler on the right wing. To Reynolds up top. Pump fake from Reynolds. Now drives, pulls it back out. This is Andrew Toffsley now in the game. To Fowler. Fowler gets it to Reynolds under the basket.
Pass to
Reynolds just misses the lay-in. Rebound goes to the Maroons.
Yeah, those buckets you got to hit in this gym, without a doubt. You got to be focused and on point.
Inside and missing under the basket was Jared Simpkins, but getting his own rebound. And Simpkins finishes there. So now 13-11, Maroons with the lead, under 1 minute to play first quarter. Page drives baseline, kicks it to Toffsley. Ball's knocked out of bounds, though, against last touch there by the Maroons, so it's going to be Belgrade's ball.
Yeah, good job by Easton again, looking to attack the rim. Belgrade's got to make their short buckets here when they get those chances off inbounds or passes off the penetration.
Inbounded to Fowler. He goes up with it. Off the rim a few times. No good. Rebound Simpkins. Now to McCloskey. 40 seconds to go first quarter. Central with a 2-point lead. Inside Streisich. He finds a teammate, I believe. That was number 4, Simpkins. That was Simpkins underneath. He was fouled and he laid it in. So a chance for a 3-point play with 32 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Tonight's game brought to you by Rich's Flooring, for quality you can stand on. As Simpkins, who had a lay-in the possession before, now gets another lay-in, this time fouled. So an opportunity to extend this lead. Free throw.
I know Dawson got caught up in the air, so it's kind of tough to get that foul, but you got to do it all cost. If you're going to come down with that foul, you can't let him go up there that easily. Gets the the end one there to extend the lead.
Kledzinski now, 20 seconds to go in the first quarter here. Page controls it up top. Pulls it out. Picked up his dribble, looking for a teammate, and throws it away. An errant pass from Easton Page with just 11 seconds to go here in the first quarter in a 16-11 lead. Looking at the Bozeman Ford Lincoln and RV scoreboard, and the final shot here of this first quarter is going to go to Butte Central now as it's inbounded here to Streisich. Under 5 seconds now. From the corner, McCloskey hits the three, and that's going to be the buzzer to end the first quarter. So McCloskey finishes off a big run for Butte Central. That was, I believe, a 10-0 run to close out the first quarter. We will go ahead and step aside for 1 minute. You are listening to the Belgrade Panthers on 93.7 FM. Back in 1 minute. And again, Panther Live listeners, this game is brought to you by Taco Time, proudly supporting Belgrade High School for the past 33 years. Thank you, Taco Time, for your support, making this broadcast possible. I got it, yeah. All right, back here for the start of the second quarter. Butte Central Maroons leading 19-11 as we start the second quarter. This game is brought to you by Doc and Nelson Funeral Service and Crematory, helping families celebrate a life lived. There is a difference. And starting off, it's going to be Butte Central's ball here. Again, coming off of a 10-0 run to end that first quarter, now leading 19-11. As Simpkins here now to McCloskey for three. He just hit one to end the quarter. He gets another one, misses that time. Rebound to the Panthers. Page headed the other way. Page goes up with it left hand. Front iron, no good. Rebound, McCloskey. Heatfee now is going to bring it down. Let's see if they slow it down into what we've been expecting here.
Yeah, looks like too many points for the Belgrade Panthers in the first quarter. The Butte Central Maroons, a couple of those threes hit them almost 20 points in the quarter. They got to tighten up a little bit more defensively.
Inside there to number 34. That's Cade Holter who lays it in. 21-11, now a 10-point lead here.
Yeah, again, too easy of a bucket for Butte Central. So now it puts Belgrade in a position where they're going to look to force some issues a little bit, but they got plenty of time. They just got to be patient in their offense. And Butte Central, they're going to play hard now and gritty on the defensive side, just like that, and get another turnover.
Boy, yeah, loose ball there as Fowler hits the floor, but missing the lay-in on the other side is Heatfee. As Page gets it, he's bringing it all the way down the other end. He loses his footing, throws it out of bounds. No one touched it, so it's going to be Butte Central's ball. Bozeman Ford Lincoln RV scoreboard reads 6:44 to go here in the second quarter. Score is 21-11. Butte Central leading the Belgrade Panthers. Again, if you missed the girls' game earlier on tonight, it was a thriller in overtime. We've done 2 games so far this year. Both have gone to overtime. This is our 3rd game of the year, so we'll see if we can keep pace.
Lots of basketball.
Yeah, so Butte Central here with the ball right now. Holter right now up top, looking for a screen. Gets it to Simpkins. Simpkins drives. Whistled for a traveling violation, turnover, and really a much-needed break there for the Panthers.
Yeah, down 11 here in the second quarter. We got to get some good offensive possessions here. Hopefully Dawson can get some things going here. Feeds through him, especially the guys we have out there. Look for a set play to him. Nothing there.
So now Fowler from the top.
Screen.
3 misses up the front iron. Rebound, Richards.
That's the one you wanted. Good execution play on that. Got Dawson the 3 off that screen from the top.
Here's Holter now with things up top. Gets to McCloskey, drives baseline. Kicks to Richards. Richards goes up with it. Ball batted around, blocked by the Panthers. Fowler comes down with it. 5:49 to go now till halftime. Walker in the wing. Gets it to Reynolds down low. Reynolds backs it in. Working on the baseline here for the reverse layup under the basket. Just misses, gets his own rebound, goes back up with it, and Noel Reynolds.
Nice job. A little unorthodox like we've talked about, but sneaks in behind the defense there, misses, and then gets the putback. So maybe that's what Belgrade needs to get him on a spark to get an offensive run going here.
Yeah, 21-13 here. Maroons with the lead. Shot there, misses there from Holter. Rebound, though, to the Maroons. Now batted around after it goes up again, and this time it's out of bounds. Last touched by the Maroons, so it's going to be Belgrade's ball. 5:09 to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, we'll see if Belgrade can't come back here and put another dent in this 8-point lead, 5 to go. See what Coach Deming elects to do here if it's a set play. Yep. Just like a 40, what our call is our old 40 pop play. Gets a one-on-one in the post.
Yeah, this is Reynolds on the post. Goes up with it, and there's a foul called. It's going to send Noel Reynolds to the free throw line.
Yeah, it looks like he got a fortunate call there. Ref was on the backside. Noel spins. Looked like he had nowhere to go, but it looks like they called the foul on the body there, on the arm, on the way going up. And looks like they got away with one there, but nonetheless, it sends Noel to the line, and from him being aggressive, he gets 2 shots.
Reynolds hits the first free throw, now 21-14. With the second one here coming on the way, I want to thank Bridger Orthopedic for all of life's motions. Second free throw is good, so Reynolds hits 2 from the stripe. 21-15 with 4:53 to go till halftime, and full court pressure here from the Panthers off the made free throw.
Yeah, it just tries to get you a little bit of up-tempo.
And Butte Central slices right through it, and laying it in is Matt Simpkins for an easy 2 on the other end.
Problem is you got to sell out completely. You want to try to get them into up-tempo and force not a great shot, but they got the layup. You cannot give a layup out of the press. That's the one thing is you can push it out for a 3 and readjust a jump shot in transition, but not. Good play by Austin Edwards, gets an N1, but he can't give the layup there on the press.
Yeah, so on the other end there, after the press broke, Belgrade gets it inside to Edwards, who lays it in for 2 and is fouled. So he's going to go to the free throw line with the opportunity to convert a 3-point play. 23-17 now, and again, Edwards with a chance to make this one 23-18 with 4:25 to go in the second quarter. Edwards free throw on the way, misses off back iron, rebound Noel Reynolds. Walker now on the wing, gets it inside to Edwards again on the high post. Edwards pulls it back out, loses the handle of it, gets it back, and now Walker's going to slow things down and call it out here. Fowler on the left wing, drives baseline, goes up and lays it in. Dawson Fowler with the and one. 23-19 now, Panthers crawling back into this one.
Yeah, nice play by Dawson.
So Fowler here at the free throw line, 4:10 to go. And really what set this up was Edwards, gets the lane and the foul, misses the free throw, but the offensive rebound from Reynolds, and then the set back to Fowler with the drive for this opportunity as his free throw misses. Ball goes out of bounds, last touched by Belgrade, so it's going to be the Maroons' ball, and once again showing full court pressure here.
So right now I'd have Easton back up a little bit, match up a little bit more. You got 2 backcourt guys here.
Trap in the corner, get out of it.
Now Austin got to bail, get to the paint, force a jump shot here. You can't let that backside guy get behind him in the press.
So Maroons able to beat the press, and then go into the hoop is McCloskey, and he lays it in and is fouled. So that's going to send Dan McCloskey to the free throw line with 3:55 to go here until the break. Again, 25-19 right now, the score. Maroons with the lead. As McCloskey here spots up. Free throw off the back iron, no good. Rebound Reynolds.
Yeah, can't keep trading buckets or N1s with these guys. We battled back to cut it to a 6-point lead. Now we got to finish before halftime.
Here's Edwards with it up top. Gets it to Walker on the wing. Inside to Reynolds. Reynolds tries to get it to Page, who was open, and then out of bounds, and last touch by Austin Edwards kind of batted around, and he dove to try to save it, but just wasn't enough.
Yeah, too late on that pass. Late pass is a bad pass, and it's a nice idea by Noel, but the defense had already flattened out at that point. They are able to tip the ball, and Easton Page couldn't quite come up with it.
So now Stresic gets it to Richards. Now in the corner to Holter. Holter all the way across here. Then back to Holter on the baseline. He's able to lay it in. 27-19. Maroons with the lead. Fowler here controlling it for the Panthers. Gets it to Page. Page finds Walker up top. Now Fowler for three from the wing. No good off the front iron. Fowler hustles, gets his own rebound, loses footing. Back up now. Spins inside the key. Goes up. Misses. Rebound goes to Richards. And with 2:45 to go here in the second quarter, Butte Central takes it to the rim and lays it in. That was Simpkins, Jared Simpkins, that is, and a timeout taken here by Mike Deming. Much needed timeout. It's now a 10-point lead as we're feeling the momentum heading towards Butte Central. We'll go ahead and step aside for 30 seconds. Again, it'll be a 30-second break. You are listening to the Belgrade Panthers on 93.7 FM. And Panther Live viewers at home. Once again, this game is brought to you by Taco Time. Taco Time, proudly supporting Belgrade High School for the past 33 years.
Yeah, Panther Live viewers at home, we see that Butte Central's kind of getting some efficient buckets out of their offense. Number one in transition, and number two out of their half-court offense, and they've been able to extend that lead by 10.
Yeah, so back now from the break. Again, Mike Deming takes that timeout to slow things down. 10-point lead here for the Maroons. 2:30 to go in the first half. Dawson Fowler brings it down, gets it to Walker. Walker inside to Fowler. Fowler gets it to Page for three. Misses. Rebound to the Maroons. Stresic brings it down the floor, gets it on the baseline to Simpkins, who passes to McCloskey. McCloskey works inside. The ball's swatted away, but out of bounds. I think Edwards got a hand on that one and sent it flying, but it's going to be the Maroons' ball under the basket.
Yeah, McCloskey's a hard-nosed player. Hit that three in the corner at the quarter. He's a good screener. He's a good grit player, and he plays hard.
Simpkins misses. Rebound Richards. Puts it back. Misses. Rebound Edwards. And now to Fowler. Fowler pushes. He's got Walker wide open for three. On the way. Misses long. Rebound to Page. Page gets it to Edwards. Edwards drives, and we got a blocking foul called. And let's see. This is going to likely be on the floor. Looks like the fifth team foul called against Butte Central here in this first half. Belgrade with 3 team fouls right now. 1:50 to go until halftime. 10-point lead here for the Maroons. Belgrade's ball under the Butte Central basket. Walker looks to get it inbounded. He finds Page. Walker now in the corner. Back up to Page up top. Walker in the corner again. Page now thinks about the three. Puts it on the floor. Gets it to Reynolds down low. Back to Fowler. Fowler for three. Misses short. Rebound goes to the Maroons. And boy, the threes just aren't falling right now.
No, and the thing is Dawson's going to have to take a few of those if we can't get our offense some traction there. And a little inside-out game, but it just didn't fall for him. And we got to continue to just do the best we can defensively to limit him shots. Good pressure there by Dawson on McCloskey to push him out.
Boy, but they get it inside, and Matt Simpkins is able to finish, the 6'4" sophomore.
Yeah, those are the buckets that have been killing us defensively. Butte Central's getting those second pass paint shots, dump-offs for easy looks, and foul shots and N1s.
Now on the other end, Easton Page, though, spots up from the wing and knocks down a three. So 31-22, Maroons with the lead. McCloskey here with the ball, gets it to Simpkins. Simpkins drives, draws contact, is fouled. Again, that's Matt Simpkins. We got 2 Simpkins here on the roster for Butte Central. They're both 6'4" and they're both sophomores, so can we just assume that they are twins there? And boy, a bright future for this program is the majority of these players for Butte Central are sophomores.
Yeah, not one senior. Graduated a few seniors last year. That team was able to get to state, which got a lot of these kids some great experience. And you can see right now that they're a solid young team.
Yeah.
sometimes when you think young, inexperienced, but Butte Central's been there with these guys at state last year, and they know what it takes.
Yeah, so again, this is Matt Simpkins, currently at the free throw line. Let me just tell you these guys. Jared Simpkins, 6'4" sophomore, heard his name tonight. Heatfee's a sophomore. And then we've heard McCloskey, he's just a junior. And the big guy, Richards, he's a sophomore as well. So a bright future here for this Maroons program with 30 seconds to go here. Panthers down 11. Easton Page with another three on the way. Misses long. Rebound Richards. And now McCloskey gets it to Streisich, who's going to slow things down here. 20 seconds to go. 33-22. Maroons with the lead and an opportunity to hold for the final shot of the half. Now 10 seconds here. Streisich brings it back out. 6 seconds to go and a foul called on Klonzinski. Just the fifth team foul against the Panthers, so it'll be an inbound from out of bounds here for Butte Central.
Yeah, Belgrade has foul to give, so they might foul one more time here with the clock winding down.
Klonzinski here, guarding Streisich. Streisich drives, goes up with it. Foul called with 0.1 seconds to go.
Great job by Spencer Gordon stepping in for the offensive foul.
It was a charge, so offensive foul called. Hopefully Belgrade can take a little momentum from this with 0.1 seconds. Probably no chance to take a shot. And so that will do it for halftime. The score, looking at the Bozeman Ford Lincoln and RV scoreboard, the Belgrade Panthers 22, the Butte Central Maroons 33. We will step aside for 2 minutes and be back with the halftime show. Again, you are listening to the Belgrade Panthers on 93.7 FM. Back in 2 minutes. All right, back here at halftime at the Mack Center here in Butte. Score is the Butte Central Maroons 33, the Belgrade Panthers 22. Earlier tonight we had the girls matchup, which went to overtime. We saw a back-and-forth game that saw some leads for both teams. Belgrade had their biggest lead at 12 points in the second half. That was closed in on by some full-court pressure to send the game to overtime, and Butte Central able to come away with the win in the first game of tonight's doubleheader. Here in the boys' game, it's really been all Butte Central in the first half. Belgrade's been cold from three-point. They did hit a couple. Walker had one, Page had one, but pretty quiet night so far from some of the Panthers that we're used to hearing from. So now trailing by 11 in this game, again brought to you by First Security Bank, your locally owned and operated neighborhood bank, serving the Gallatin Valley since 1919, the member FDIC. Let's kick it over to Andy Demjanovic, who's going to break down some more details there from the first half.
Yeah, like you said, Belgrade's having a tough time hitting some of their outside shots, but some of those are a little bit more contested. Butte's defense is good, and they're trailing behind. And so those shots tend to get a little bit more rushed or tend to put a little bit more pressure on the shooter. So I think Belgrade's just got to take a little bit of time. They should have took a little bit more time, I think, in their offensive half court to try to get some easier buckets. But with that being said, I think Butte Central looks more comfortable in their half court offense. They seem to be much more efficient right now, whether it's on their cuts, their screens, guys getting in the right spots. I don't think our half-court offensive motion is quite in rhythm quite as efficient as it needs to be. And a better team tonight, like you said, is kind of exposing that. And that's what extended the lead for Butte Central. They had some nice buckets, easy buckets in transition off our pressure, but for most part, I just believe their offensive half-court motion was a little bit more efficient. Guys being in the right spots at the right time, and we're a little bit late on our rotations because of it. And then offensively, we just need to get a little bit better efficiency on our end, being a little bit more fluid, guys reading each other a little bit better out of our motion, and get a little bit better spacing. And Coach tried a few set plays to get them back into it, but you got to give credit to Butte Central. They're a good, sound defensive team.
Right, so, I'm not to make any excuses here, but for the Panthers, early season, the storyline for the Panthers has been road games. The Panthers have been on the road to start things off, and we talked to Coach Deming here before this game started, and he mentioned that just this past Saturday, they had roughly a 24-hour bus trip, started at 5 o'clock in the morning on Saturday morning, drove up to Havre, had plenty of bus trouble with the boys and the girls' buses. We finally make it up to Havre after a couple other school districts kind of bailed us out and got us up there. Played a couple of basketball games. The boys won and the girls lost. And then we took the 5 or 6 hour bus trip back to Belgrade and arrived in town around 3 o'clock in the morning. So, before that, these guys were out in Dillon. So it's been a tough December stretch here for this team. The benefit comes in January, where we spend a lot of time in Belgrade at the event center, but really a tough opening schedule here for the Panthers, and maybe the legs are really showing it tonight.
Yeah, it could be a little bit tougher because you go game Saturday, off one travel day, basically through the night into Sunday, and then you come back Monday. You're trying to put some stuff in for another team off a day's practice, and Coach alluded that in our pregame talk that right now they've just tried to work a lot of team because that's all they've had time for, because the games have been spaced so short. So not a lot of individual things to get role players better at their individual parts of the whole team concept. They're just working on team. And guys, I think he feels just need to get better at their jobs a little bit, and sometimes they got to take that time to do some individual stuff so they know how to add to the whole team part. What's their role? Where are they in the motion offense? What's their reads? And so that they get more fluid and efficient out of that. And then on top of it, like you said, Nate, it's tough as well because of the turnaround that they've had. And it doesn't get much easier. They got to go on the road to Fergus on Thursday, which is another tough game. That's a fairly young team last year now, I believe juniors as well. And that's always a tough place to play. A lot of fan support there too. So it doesn't get much better. They got to go home tonight, go back to school tomorrow, practice tomorrow night, get on the bus Thursday,
and do it again.
A 3-hour trip and do it again. So they are road warriors right now, and hopefully they learn from it and get better over the break. And what they're going to have to do after the break is they really got to get wins at home, because it puts pressure on you to get wins. You got to take advantage of home at that point, because we've been away all in December, and now we're going to be basically home for all of January and beginning part of February. So,
right. So, as mentioned, the Panthers will be at Fergus on Thursday. We will not be there with the broadcast, so you'll have to follow that one. Make sure you follow Dan Chesnut on Twitter to get the updates on that one. Just too far of a trip for us on a work night. So thanks to the Panthers for making that trip, but we can't do it. So we'll try to close things out here, though, in this first half.
We got work?
We got to go to work on Friday. I'm telling you now, you got to go to work on Friday.
Well, when's Christmas?
Christmas is until next week, man. We're working. We're going to school. We're educating these kids all the way up until the break. So, and as I mentioned that we need to take a break, let's go ahead and step aside for 2 minutes. And when we're back, it will be the beginning of the third quarter. You're listening to the Belgrade Panthers on 93.7 FM. Back in 2 minutes. All right, and back here to start the second half. Again, the Belgrade Panthers trailing the Butte Central Maroons 22-33, 11-point lead here. I think this has been the largest lead of the night.
Yeah, it is by Butte Central, so we'll see what adjustments Belgrade's made in the locker room at halftime, whether they feel they just need to get a little bit more grittier on defense, what their rotation is on defense, or what the offensive plan is to get a little more fluid in their offense so they don't have to rely so much on the three late in the possession.
So Belgrade's ball to start things out here in the third quarter. Fowler with it up top, gets it to Walker on the right wing. Now to Edwards up top. He's going to drive. Left hand pulls it back out. Now looking for a teammate in a little bit of trouble here. Gets it out to Walker. Walker looking for Fowler. Not there. Page now takes over. Spencer Gordon now to Walker on the corner. Walker dribbles out of the corner. Finds Fowler. Fowler thinks about the three. Pulls out. Gets it to Walker now.
And Butte Central is going to force other guards on the floor to be shooters. They do a nice job of hedging off Fowler's penetration, almost doubling on that hedge.
Boy, taken away there. Simpkins causes the turnover. Richards grabs it, so now it's going to be Butte Central's ball here on the other end. It's Fowler, though, takes it right back, and here comes a dunk. Dawson Fowler puts it down. Boy, did he get two hands on that one?
He got two hands.
All right, so Dawson
Went
Fowler.
Up with one, finished with two.
Fowler with his customary third quarter slam dunk. Hopefully this can bring the Panthers back, trailing now 24-33. As Heapfee looks inside now. Simpkins goes up, misses. Rebound to Richards over Spencer Gordon's back. No whistle. Goes up and finishes. So Richards there gets the bucket down low. Physical play. No whistles or anything. And back to an 11-point lead.
Yeah, you got to get bodies on those guys and try to get them out of there. And refs let that go. But Butte Central came on top and comes out on top again with a turnover.
Yeah, Holter here looking inside now. Simpkins kicks it out to Heapfee for three. Misses. Edwards looking for the rebound. Goes to Richards, though. Now McCloskey for three. Drills it. 38-24, a 14-point lead now for the Maroons with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, McCloskey's a good player. If you notice his demeanor on both sides of the ball, look at his defensive demeanor there, playing hard, always in the right position, and got his feet set on that three-point shot as well, and knocked his second three-pointer down of the night.
Walker inside to Edwards. Edwards has the ball batted away, and then it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Panthers, so it's going to be Butte Central's ball here. Looking at the Bozeman Ford Lincoln RV scoreboard, 5:47 to go, third quarter. Butte Central 38, Belgrade 24. As Spencer Gordon will come out of the game and Noel Reynolds will check in.
Yeah, Belgrade just hasn't quite been able to get anything established in their offensive half court yet. Which puts a ton of pressure on their defense with this 14-point lead by Butte Central.
Inside to Simpkins. Now tipped away. No over and back call because Walker tipped it back there.
Yeah, the two sophomore post players are giving Belgrade some fits because of their physicality right now.
Now inside, loose ball. Edwards comes up with it, looking down the court. He's got Page one-on-one here. Page goes up left hand, finishes. Maybe could have drawn a foul as well, but he's able to lay it in. So now 26-38.
Yeah, Coach Deming thought he got fouled there on the way up with the bucket. Looked like he might have got a part of his forearm there. But regardless of no call, finishes. And then the sophomore Richards comes back with an easy post up. Just way more physical than our guys inside right now.
I'm noticing something. The score, it was 24-38. It looks like Belgrade didn't get the 2 points put up on the board. That's what I had. Wonder what our scorekeeper up here.
It should be 40-26 now.
Yeah, so the scoreboard operator here at the Maroon Center right now missing 2 points for the Panthers. I hope that our official scorekeeper down on the table picks that up as we have a shot missing, and they did. They got it up on the scoreboard now, so 40-26. Panthers trailing by 14.
So just kind of when Belgrade gets a little something, whether it's the dunk by Dawson, little steal and a play by Easton, Butte Central comes back with another play right back on the offensive end.
Panthers, though, with it on the offensive end here. Fowler on the wing. Inside to Reynolds. Reynolds goes up with it off the glass, misses. Rebound goes to Heapfee.
Yeah, that's a tough shot there by Reynolds. A turnaround jumper from about 14 feet. Belgrade, like I said, just doesn't look very fluid in their offense. A lot of standing around. It becomes a little bit easier for Butte Central to guard.
Walker looking to tie it up, but there's going to be a whistle. I think this is going to be a foul called, likely against Matt Walker.
Yeah, and that's tough because you're coming down on that double team of the post. You got to have active hands that traces the ball, but you can't reach in because then it stops any momentum again, racks up another team foul. Now Butte Central can get set for an out-of-bounds play. So if you double team, you got to know how to double come down and get active hands, trace the ball, force them to push it out.
So 4:16 to play here. Central with the ball. Three-pointer from Heapfee on the way. Misses. Rebound. Bounced around here. Controlled by Holter. He gets it out. This is Streisich with the ball. He gets it in the corner to Simpkins for three. Misses. Rebound. Edwards. And now Fowler's going to cross the timeline. Look to set things up here for Belgrade. Again, trailing by 14 in the third quarter. Fowler looking, finds Walker. Now Page in the corner. Page to Edwards. Edwards working up top, spin move, nice pivot, left hand goes up and gets that one, the nice roll in. Nice athletic move there by the big guy, Austin Edwards.
Yeah, but another one-on-one play there. And it's thankfully he hit the shot, which is a nice smooth shot there for him. But it puts other guys into a position where they're just watching the isolation. We just got to get better fluid movement out of the offense, but that'll come in time, hopefully, as the year goes on for the Belgrade Panthers. Coach Deming called his 33 here, which is a 1-3-1. We're going to get some traps to try to get the defense of tempo up.
Three ball on the way from Streisich is good. 43-28 now. Butte
That's
Central.
tough. You're trying to get the tempo up to maybe have Butte Central turn the ball over because you're down. And then he hits a challenge three in the corner off the rotation. So they shoot well in their own gym, There's no doubt about it. Even though they're a young team, they don't act like it.
Fowler pulls up inside the key, just misses. Rebound's going to go to Streisich. He's got numbers. He's headed the other way. He passes inside here to Holter, who goes up with it and is fouled. Walker picking up his third foul there, I believe, is going to send Cade Holter to the free throw line with 2:25 to go here in the third quarter. Tonight's game brought to you by Tire Factory. Always on time, always the right tire, always the right price, and always the best warranty. As Holter's his first free throw misses off the back iron. Substitution here for the Panthers coming in the game is going to be Klonzinski and Spencer Gordon. Got a 15-point lead right now for Butte Central. Free throw from Holter makes it a 16-point lead.
Yeah, so they stretched the lead here to 16. Let's see if Belgrade again can't get something going here offensively. But again, you got to give Butte Central credit. They trapped Dawson Fowler out of that high screen. Noel throws the ball out, almost turns it over.
Yeah, here's Gordon now in the corner. Gets it inside to Fowler. Fowler going up. He's fouled, just misses the shot, but Dawson Fowler is going to go to the free throw line with 2:06 to go in the third.
And I think that's what you got to look to do. And Dawson, as much as he is a great smooth pull-up shooter and a three-point shooter, that's also something he can do, is move throughout the motion and actually get a post-up. He's strong, he's athletic, he's long, and he can control the basketball well, and there he showed it, and now he gets to the line.
Yeah, misses the first free throw. Second free throw is short, and I believe we're going to have a lane violation called on the second shot. It's going to be against Butte Central, so Dawson's going to get another chance here at a third free throw. And Andrew Toffsley is going to check into the game here for the Panthers, coming in for Austin Edwards. .208 to go, third quarter, 44-28, Maroons with the lead. Fowler's free throw misses long that time. Up ahead here to Holter. Looking inside here, back to Holter. Gets it in the corner to Streisich for three, misses long, rebound Simpkins, goes up with it, misses, and Toffsley's going to come up with the rebound, gets it to Fowler. Fowler's going to pull up for three. Misses short. Rebound goes to Simpkins. 1:30 to go now, third quarter.
Yeah, it looks like his legs are a little bit tired, just short, but that's a good read off that pull-up off the screen. No help there, and he's got to take that.
Streisich gets it inside here to Heapfey. Now Richards knocks down the baseline jumper. 46-28, 18-point lead. Largest lead of the night here for the Maroons. 1:10 to go in the third quarter. Reynolds from the corner thinks about the three. Dribbles inside now. Tries to get it to Gordon. Ball batted around on the floor. Gordon with the good hustle play. Sends it forward. Now Richards tries to grab it. It's going to be out of bounds. That last touch, Richards. But boy, that was awarded to Butte Central.
Looked like it was off Butte Central there off the scramble. But nonetheless, Spencer does a good job of trying to just keep that alive. Not a great possession there by Belgrade. And again, Butte Central's defense has exposed our ability in our half-court offense right now to just get in rhythm and get some open shots and try to get more high-percentage buckets.
So now looking to drive is Holter. He gets it into the corner to Streisich, who dribbles out. 35 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Now inside to Simpkins. Whistle and a foul called against Spencer Gordon with 30 seconds to go here in the third. I think this is going to be on the floor. No shooting foul here. It looks like the fourth team foul called against Belgrade here in the second half. Coming out and do a set play here. All four players stretched across the baseline. Inside here in a traveling called against Sestrich. So it's going to be Belgrade's ball now. Quick turnover.
Yeah, jab step, and he slipped the pivot foot back, had a negative step. Easy call by the referee there. Easton brings it up the floor, gets it set to Klonzinski.
Yeah, Klonzinski in the corner. Back to Gordon. Fowler out of the game right now for the end of the third. 15 seconds to go now. Page back up top, checks the clock. 10 seconds now. Page gets a screen from Reynolds. Double teamed up top, blocking foul. Just the third team foul of the half, so it's going to be an inbound play here with 5 seconds to go in the third quarter. And again, Belgrade trailing by 18 right now.
Yeah, it was close on that play. Good hustle there by Butte Central, but couldn't quite get the feet set. Got the blocking foul. Ooh, Belgrade now gets the ball tipped. Looked like they turned it over there, but referee showing the tip signal, so Belgrade gets the basket or ball underneath the basket there for an inbound play.
Yeah, 3 seconds to go third quarter. Klenzinski looking to inbound it. He's got Page way up top. Page is going to have to pull up from here. It's going to be a three at the buzzer. No good. Toffsley's putback is good, but it's too late. So that's how the third quarter will end. The score right now, Butte Central 46, Belgrade 28. We will step aside for 1 minute. You are listening to the Belgrade Panthers on 93.7 FM. Back in 1 minute. In this fourth quarter, commercial break goes to Belgrade's own Toby Robinson watching from home. Brought to you by Taco Time, proudly supporting the Belgrade Panthers for 33 years. Nice pep band on hand here, pep rock band from Butte Central.
80s rock. You got
80s rock.
AC/DC, you got little Guns N' Roses.
Yeah. I'm assuming that you can hear this through our microphone at home. So we're going to need a big run from Belgrade here for this final quarter because we want to keep our streak of overtime going. All right, back here at the Mack Center for the start of the fourth quarter. Butte Central leading this game 46-28. As we start the fourth now underway, Butte Central with control of the ball here.
Yeah, you just kind of got to regroup out of that third quarter and make sure that you come out with a lot of energy, a lot of hustle, and show some determination to see if you can get cut into the lead here.
McCloskey goes up with it, misses, rebound, scramble for it, tied up ball, and we are going to have a technical foul called against Austin Edwards. And you know what? I saw a player playing with emotion. There was a jump ball, and he kind of forcefully gave a tug at the ball, and the referee said, we're going to have a technical called against Austin Edwards. So really a frustration penalty, frustration foul there.
I don't see a technical. I mean, Butte Central's players have been physical all night, and when you turn around to be a little bit more physical, the referee's just got to step in there, call the jump ball, and split the two. There was nothing going at it. He just ripped the ball out forcefully. No intent toward the player. He just pulled the ball away from the jump ball. I think the ref could have stepped in and say, jump ball, we're done. I don't see that warranted as a technical foul.
Instead, it sends Sestrich to the line for 2 technical free throws. No one else around him. He misses both. And now, is the jump ball awarded? It would be Belgrade's ball with the jump. I'm not sure. How does this work then?
No, the technical now overrides, so the possession arrow does change. So you have the jump ball, the possession arrow changes, but then now the technical foul trumps the possession for Belgrade. So now with technical fouls, you get 2 shots and the ball.
Boy, that hurts, and then the possession arrow goes from Belgrade's ball to Butte Central's ball. So a real tough break there on a questionable technical foul, as it's still a 46-28 game. Butte Central leading inside here to Simpkins. He lays it in. Now a 20-point lead with 7:16 to go here in the fourth. Fowler drives, goes up, misses.
Simpkins and Richards are tearing us up inside. They're physical players, but they got nice control of their body, and they know how to post up well. They know how to get in the right position, get a guy on their back, and they've gotten some easy buckets. And once it's been fed in there, it's been very tough for us to defend and kind of control them defensively. So Butte Central keeps hammering it inside and extends the lead to 20 here.
Yeah, meanwhile, the ball goes out of bounds on Belgrade's offensive end, and so Butte Central here controlling it as Sestrich looks to get it to Holter back to Sestrich now. McCloskey.
So Coach Deming subs a little bit, but elects to go to the zone now to protect, hopefully, from the inside a little bit. But Butte Central has good movement out of their zone. They all play all spots, post to wing.
Yeah, nice movement here. Simpkins to Simpkins. Now back to Sestrich. Just taking time off the clock here. Holter on the wing. Gets it in the corner to Simpkins. Back to Holter. Now McCloskey's going to drive, pulls it back out. Time just ticking off the clock. 6:20 to go as McCloskey pulls for three. Misses. Rebound Fowler. Fowler running hard the other way. He's going to pull up for three. And Dawson Fowler misses long. Rebound to Sestrich, and he's going to slow things down as we are crossing the 6-minute mark now of the fourth quarter, and still a 20-point lead for Butte Central over the Belgrade Panthers.
Yeah, I know some might think that's a bad pull-up, but he's your best offensive player and you're down 20. I trust him to either dunk the ball like he did earlier, make a move one-on-one, or pull up in transition, especially down 20. If he's feeling the three, it's not a bad shot. They got to get shots up, and they really haven't been able to get shots up in their half-court offense. So
Sestrich here up top, kicks it out to Holter. Holter's going to pull it back now to Simpkins. Inside to Holter. Kicks it back up to McCloskey. Simpkins now to Holter. Butte really just passing it around, looking to take time off the clock here. 5:17 to go. And finally, number 4, Matt Simpkins, gets an easy shot in the lane. He gets his open shot and he makes it.
Yeah, looked pretty easy there. Just found his way to the open space in the high post. And Belgrade just a little late on the rotation. Turns around and hits that shot. Belgrade comes back, though, with a little jump shot of their own. Makes it through, and then we got a timeout by Coach Deming.
Yeah, Easton Page hits the three, and we got a quick timeout. So 50-31 the score with 5:03 to go here in the fourth quarter. Let's step aside for 30 seconds. You are listening to the Belgrade Panthers on 93.7 FM. Back in 30 seconds. All right, back here at Belgrade High School. Coach is still in their timeout here. It's, again, Mike Deming taking the quick timeout after Easton Page hits the three-pointer. Might be too little too late, though, as the Panthers do trail by 19.
Yeah, but you gotta play in a way that you got to try to get back in the game, and there he takes the timeout, so maybe they can get a quick rest and reset on defense and get maybe a couple stops here in 5 minutes and, cut that 19 down to maybe 15 or even less by the end of the game.
Yeah, we saw Belgrade cut a big deficit in Dillon last week, forcing overtime. Double overtime loss for the Panthers. That was on Panther Live last Thursday. Now tonight here at Butte Central, trailing by 19 in the fourth with 4:50 to go. Butte Central with the ball. Sestrich here looking for an opening. Gets it to Simpkins. Simpkins on the wing now in the corner to Richards. Back to Simpkins. To Holter. To Heapfey. And Heapfey pulls it out. He's just going to go ahead and take some time off the clock, and Page is going to have to apply pressure to make these guys move. Back to Heapfey up top. Now Holter. Holter and Heapfey just in a little back and forth game here in the backcourt. Now inside here, Sestrich makes a nice move, gets it to Simpkins. Simpkins back up to Holter. Finds Heapfey now on the corner to Richards. Heapfey gets it to Sestrich. Now in the other corner here to Simpkins, who's going to just dribble and pull it out. 3:50 to go now, fourth quarter. Just playing a little game of keep away here is Butte Central right now, and they're doing a pretty good job moving through the key, back and forth. Now 3-ball on the way from Heapfey, misses. Rebound, offensive board there, goes to Holter, then out of bounds. Last touch by the Panthers.
Yeah, that's killer. You have a long possession like that, and that's what Butte Central will do. And they get a missed shot, and then you give up the rebound on the offensive side. That can be a killer.
Tough break for the Panthers. Richards now inside. Gets it outside to Heatfee. Holter now inside to Simpkins. Inside to Richards. Richards under the basket, lays it in. 52-31 with 3:20 to play in this one.
Yeah, Butte Central does a nice job with their big guys of going corner, what we call corner to short base. Once it gets to the high post, he steps into the open spot to the short side of the rim and gets the easy bucket.
Turnover here on the other end, grabbed by Heatfee. 2:56 to go now in the fourth quarter. 52-31, Butte Central with the lead. And it looks like Coach Deming's going to empty his bench, get some young guys, some varsity experience. Again, Butte Central's looking just to play a little keep away here on the offensive end and just losing the handle of it. Austin Edwards comes up with a steal. 2:30 to go. Here's Toffsley driving baseline. Nice move.
Good little
right
Euro
through the
step.
middle.
Good little Euro step. Good job by Andrew Toffsley. Euro step come across that guy's face. Allows him to not be able to get a charge called on him. No contact, goes around the defender and lays it in.
Yeah, nice control there displayed by Andrew Toffsley. Timeout taken by, I believe Mike Deming took the timeout after the made basket. We will, let's go ahead and kick it to a break here because we're right now in a 1-minute break here. So let's take a 30-second break. You are listening to the Belgrade Panthers on 93.7 FM. Back in 30 seconds. All right, back here from the timeout at the Maroon Mac Center here in Butte, Montana. The Butte Central Maroons leading the Belgrade Panthers 52-33 here, late fourth quarter, 2:27 to go. Checked into the game right now for the Panthers, the sophomore Owen Vaughn making his first varsity action that we've seen here on Panther Live at least. Also Luke Turner in the game for the Panthers. Again, right now the Maroons on offense, and they've just been playing keep away here for most of this fourth quarter, just trying to run this clock out as they've been hanging on to a pretty big lead. Right now it's a 19-point lead as we're under 2 minutes to play. Inside now, kicked out for a three ball is good, and that's number 20, Trevor Newman. The sophomore guard who has got his first action of the night as well, hits the three. 55-33 now with 1:30 to play. Toffsley crosses over, gets to Klonzinski. Now to Vaughn. Vaughn makes a move, goes left hand, goes up with it, just misses. Rebound to Simpkins.
Good hustle by Vaughn there. Good take as well, just couldn't quite finish the play.
So now 1:15 to go in this one. And again, Butte Central just trying to take as much time as they can off the clock. With no shot clock here in high school basketball, they can just dribble it around and keep working it around, and they do a good job of moving and passing. And now underneath, Simpkins wide open, lays it in. 57-33, under a minute to play. And Jacob Klonzinski is going to bring it down here for the Panthers. He finds Toffsley to Vaughn. Now Reynolds gives it to Klonzinski up top. Works it inside to Reynolds. Reynolds looking to make a move. Goes baseline. Nice pass to Vaughn. Now kicks out to Toffsley for three. And Toffsley hits the three ball. 25 seconds to go. 36-57. Butte Central with the lead. And this is likely going to do it here, as Butte's going to be able to run the clock out. And Panthers really in no hurry to try to get this thing moving. And really Belgrade, a disappointing result tonight, but an opportunity for redemption on Thursday night at Fergus.
Yeah, the problem is you got a quick turnaround, so you almost can't you can't focus too much on this game. Coach has got to look at the game already for Thursday. They might take some attributes to talk about in practice tomorrow, but you can't fix what we got to work on tonight for tomorrow going into Thursday. It's going to have to be a thing where you have your total fixes over the break to address those things, and Coach Deming's got to just do his best to get them prepared in a short amount of time to play better basketball, especially on the offensive end. We got to get a little bit more fluid.
Right, so final score tonight here, looking at the Bozeman Ford Lincoln and RV scoreboard. Butte Central 57, the Belgrade Panthers 36. Earlier in the girls' game, it was also the Butte Central Maroons getting that one, the 2-point win in overtime. For all of our viewers on Panther Live and all our listeners on 93.7, thanks for tuning in tonight. We're going to take a break until the new year, until our next broadcast over the air. So make sure you tune in, enjoy the holidays. Thanks for tuning in tonight. But that is all for tonight. Again, final score 57-36, all Maroons.